Welcome to Scatter Travel TV and our focus on traveling to Copenhagen, Denmark. Of Denmark was as we came into Copenhagen after flying from Amsterdam, Holland. What we had found it was the cheapest route for us to do was to take a Delta flight from New York City to Amsterdam, and then a return from Amsterdam to New York City. And that happens a lot. It makes it a lot cheaper than if you do another city. Then we found a more localized carrier, which was the Scandinavian Airlines SAS, to fly us in and out round trip from Amsterdam to Copenhagen. That made it a lot less expensive. So you want to check your airlines for different combinations of airlines to see how much less expensive it is. It cut ours by $300 or $400 a person to do that. So be aware of that and check that. Now, of course, the very first thing I did when I got there was after checking into our hotel, which was the Saga Hotel. The Saga Hotel is only about a block from the main train station. When you get into the airport into Copenhagen, you can take a train straight from there right into the downtown of Copenhagen and go to the central train station, and then there's a lot of hotels right in that area. It's a very centralized, good area to be in if you're going to go sightseeing. So we stayed at the Saga Hotel, which was just about a block from the central station. And one of the things that I always check for when I'm traveling is that my hotel has access to the internet. I have to stay in touch with everyone, and so internet is very important to me. I made sure that this hotel had internet, and we were also we chose the Saga because it was close to the train station and because it had rooms for triple. And there was my husband and I and my mother-in-law traveling with us on this trip, and so we needed rooms that would hold 3 people. And so not all hotels in Europe hold more than 2 people in a room, so you have to check that out before you go. But I enjoyed the Saga. It had great internet service there, as well as laundry service, which by that point, having been in Holland for a couple of weeks, it was time to do laundry, so it was really nice that they had a laundry there, that the fee for using it wasn't much, and you got to do your own laundry and get it everything cleaned and done. And it was locked up so that you could put your clothes in, lock it, and then come back, and it was just service one person at a time. It was a nice hotel in a great area. Across the street and east of the Central Railway Station is an amusement park called Tivoli Gardens. Let's go over there. Denmark, Tivoli Garden. Tivoli Garden is kind of like a mini Disneyland. It's rumored that Walt came over here and saw this and then decided to build the California Disney. This has rides, flowers, restaurants, just like any amusement park that you see. It's supposed to be real famous. One of the oldest roller coasters is here. They have a lot of new ones too. It's just a fun amusement park to come to in Denmark. Tivoli has one of the oldest still working wooden roller coasters, as well as several other large ones, even one called the Demon. It also has the world's tallest carousel. So Tivoli would be a fun place to come and spend a day together as a couple. On the opposite side of the street from the entrance to Tivoli Gardens are these 4 statues from mythology, and in this little square is right where you catch the hop-on, hop-off buses. There are 2 different ones. There are the red ones that you can see most places, and now in Europe a lot there are the green ones as well. We chose to go on the green ones. The hop-on, hop-off buses in most cities, there's several different lines. Here there's a red line and a green line. We took the green line this trip because in Denmark on the green line you didn't have to get off a bus. The bus went around both routes without getting off. On the hop-on, hop-off buses they have headphone sets that plug in, and you can select your own language to listen to the commentary on bus tour around. You're also able to hop off and stop and get off and then get back on. Sometimes somewhere between every 20 to 30 minutes you can get back on the bus at the different stops. So you have time to go sightseeing and then get back on. It's a fabulous way to get around the thing. The Green Line bus is a 48-hour ticket, which we also like, as well as they will go out to the cruise line ships so that you can actually get on at the cruises and off at the cruises. I think that the hop-on, hop-off buses, red or green, is a great way to go. I like using the hop-on, hop-off buses to go around in different cities and go sightseeing. One is they are good for all weather. Even the ones that have the tops on them, we like the green buses because they had a cover that would pull over the top, so if it was raining, you didn't have to get wet, but you could still see it. They also have these little ear things that you, headphones you put on, and then they have a pre-taped commentary as you go along and narrates all the sights that you see. Plus, any ones you want to hop off, you hop off and see them, catch the next bus and go to the next thing. Really convenient way and cheap way of seeing and hearing about the country or the city that you're in. Riding on the buses puts you up tall enough that you can see, and you've got the headphones so that you can listen at the same time, but it gives you a whole open air experience to sit up on top. It even lets you see into areas that you would otherwise not be able to see into because of the height of fences. The waterways are awesome there. They're larger than they were in Holland, so they're a wider waterway, but very beautiful. The highways and roads here seem very normal to me, something that would be easy and comfortable to drive on if you were to rent a car. There was the Opera House that we went by on the hop-on, hop-off bus, and then we made a stop at Christiania. We are in Denmark. This is Christiania. Christiania is a 70s, 60s village that is, we have loved the way. This is a self-governed community that is in danger of having that removed. All the hard drugs are gone from here now. It's just a hippie community. It's something fun to see, different, very different from what we ever see at home. You might want to make a stop here. I love the walls that surrounded Christiania with its, some people would call it graffiti, I call it art. I thought it was just a fun thing to go and see. I love towers. One of my favorite towers was the Dragon Spire. It is over the old stock exchange, the Borsen. It has 3 dragon tails that wind together to the top. It is spear and then 3 crowns on top, which represent the 3 Nordic countries. Another one of my favorite ones was the Church of Our Savior Tower. This has 250 stairs inside and 150 outside that you can climb to the top and see over Copenhagen, as well as a lot of beautiful things inside. Nicolai's Church is one of many of the buildings that were destroyed during the Great Fires of 1794 that burned much of Copenhagen. Only the clock tower was left. The rest has been rebuilt and is now an art center and commercial center. Rosenborg Castle in Denmark. Denmark has been a fantastic stop. There's so much to see here. The hop-on, hop-off bus is great. This is one of the stops. This is the Rosenborg Castle. As you can see, this castle is a little different from other castles that we have been to. As I've said in the past, all castles have a different look, different style, built by the owner in the style and form that they want it to be, furnished in the way that they like it. Your castle is the same, both in your relationship and in your home. You build it to your specifications the way that you want. Your castle can be uniquely you, like Rosenborg is unique to itself. Rosenborg Castle was one of my top stops in Copenhagen. Very beautiful old castle. It also contains an exhibition of the crown jewels and the Danish crown regalia. It is also guarded by the Royal Life Guards, and here Galen decided to play one of the guards. You should always take pictures of yourself where you are so that you can remember that you were there and have a little fun while you're there too. The Rosenberg is one of the stops on the hop-on hop-off buses. The Rosenberg Gardens is one of the most popular parks as well to visit. Remember, when you see a bathroom or a toilet, use it. They have them at Rosenberg. A new thing that has come around, and it's really fun, are the new QR codes. You can see them on the outside of attractions. You'll see them here on that white poster next to the entrance to Rosenberg. And you just use your smartphone and you scan it, and it will give you all the information on the places that you are visiting. It helps kind of make a good self-tour.
Hi, we're in Denmark. This is the Little Mermaid statue. It is the most photographed woman in the world. It has had several accidents over the year, vandalisms over the year, lost her head twice, her arm once. This is a statue that is most famous here, and people come here all over the world to have their picture taken with it.
Another of the most famous photograph statues in Copenhagen is the Gaffon fountains. This is one of the largest fountains in Copenhagen and serves as a wishing well. Stop and make a wish. Nijhaven is probably the most photographed place in Copenhagen. It is a beautiful street with brightly colored houses. One of the best ways to see it is to take a canal cruise, and you can cruise along and see the things along there. It also has parking for strollers and bikes. As you go along the waterway, you just see things at a different level. You can pass all the crowds that are crowded on the sidewalks, go along the nice calm canals and see things from a different perspective than you've seen them earlier. Of course, a trip to Denmark wouldn't do without eating some of the great seafood that you find, and they have some other great foods as well. Let's turn to Galen.
Here we are in Copenhagen, Denmark. When you're here, this is one of the most famous things to eat, one of their famous hot dogs. It's amazing. We're going to go munch it down here. It's good.
Besides a hot dog, on the budget side would be your burgers, french fries, and a drink. Sometimes that's the way to go. One of the busiest, funnest places to eat and shop is the walking street, Strogart.
Shopping, 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 people, people, people. This is Strogart Street. A long, long shopping street with shops and restaurants. This is in Copenhagen, Denmark.
City Holland Square is one place to start. It's kind of a central location, and there's lots going on. While we were there, there was a fun game going on I'd like to share with you. Whether you see Copenhagen and come by train, or if you have a rent-a-car and drive around and look at Copenhagen, take the hop-on hop-off buses, or just walk. Copenhagen has so much to see that you're going to need a couple of days or several days just to get a feel for it.